Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of planet Mars, which on Feb 5th will transit the sign of its exaltation, Capricorn, and from Feb 5th till March 13th, it's going to be dignified over there. So guys, during this year, the transit of Mars becomes very important because it is going to be getting conjunct with so many planets, which will be adding more power and contributing more strength to the planet Mars. Like for example, it is going to be getting conjunct with Sun till Feb 12th. It is going to be staying conjunct with Mercury till Feb 19th, and from Feb 12th till March 6th, it is going to be conjunct with the planet Venus as well. And guys, the best part over here is that once Mars will enter the sign of Capricorn, it is going to be aspecting the transiting Jupiter as well in the Aries sign. So guys, this is going to be a very value addition in the cosmos, because as you know that first of all, Mars is aspecting its own sign of Aries. Second thing is that Mars's fourth aspect tend to remain very comfort giving. So you can see this alignment in this form that whatsoever you want to do, and the fourth aspect of the planet Mars will definitely add more thrust to the planet Jupiter in order to initiate all the tasks which you have been long striving to start. You have been long striving to kickstart or push those projects. Because guys, at the end of the day, Jupiter and Mars are very good friends. Jupiter in the Aries is considered as it's a typical transit of some fortunate beginnings in your life. So I would say this thing that during this year, the transit of Mars in the Capricorn is a harbinger of good news for lot many rising signs native. Definitely guys, this transit will become more important for you if you are in a profession which is being governed by the planet Mars. Anything to do with the security management, manpower management, construction, real estate, engineering goods, fire goods, like working in the armed military forces, like all those fields where too much of the usage of muscles, exertion, power, energy is needed. Second thing is that if in any capacity Mars is active right now in your life, you're going through the Antardasha, Pratyantardasha of the planet Mars, or like let's say for example your moon sign is Capricorn, your ascendant is Capricorn, or you're born on 9th of any month, or 18th of any month, 27th of any month, or your moon nakshatra is like Mrigashira, Chitra, Dhanishta, then definitely this added strength of the planet Mars in the transit will definitely prove to be very supportive to you. And guys, if you have to understand the innate nature of the sign Capricorn, so definitely Capricorn has got everything to do with being very focused and determined towards your goals. Like the way guys we say this thing that all those people who are in any form enjoying power, in any form you are in the top of your chosen field, then definitely Capricorn energy is working in your favor. And guys, during this time, the good part is that definitely whatsoever is happening in the sign, good part is that even the sign lord is also in a very strengthened state. So if whatsoever is happening in the Capricorn, the lord of Capricorn, which is Saturn, it is also strengthened in its own Mool Trikona sign of Aquarius, transiting in the Sadbisha. Like Saturn in the Sadbisha is also considered as good. So overall, it's a very good, very kind of blessed news for lot many rising signs natives. So okay guys, after this now we will shift our discussion, customize to all the rising signs, and starting first with the Aries Lagna. So definitely guys, in your case, Mars becomes your ascendant lord. So because of which this transit will prove to be very important for you, because wheresoever the ascendant lord goes in the transit, somehow our whole focus, our energies goes in the matters or attributes of that house. Now definitely your ascendant lord is going to get exalted in the 10th house. That in itself means that in any capacity you're trying to do something big, you're trying to lay foundation to something new, you have been out of job, like trying to get back in the job market, or you're heading some important projects, or you are the face of any brand, any of the political aspiration, any of the leadership related concerns, you have to write any competitive exam. So overall guys, and you have to also understand this thing that right now planets are in a way, all the planets are concentrated in the second half of the chart. Like if taking the Kal Purush Kundli as a reference, so all the planets are like shifted right now, concentrated in the right side of the like zodiac belt, I would say, or the natal chart. So that is also very supportive for you, like to be in the limelight, to get the full visibility. So this transit of the planet Mars being in a strengthened state will definitely make you very driven, very confident. And like the way guys, I always say this thing, that astrology can only prove to be helpful for you if you're like a moving wheel. Like a moving wheel with the knowledge of astrology can be given a direction. But if you are in that laid back attitude, you do not work hard, or you have left everything on the God's will, then I do not have then anything to say. All what I'm trying to say over here is that time period is right now very fortunate for you. Try to make the best out of it. And definitely guys, from over here Mars is going to be giving its like 4th aspect to your 1st house. Like the way I mentioned this thing, that if you are in that stage, you're looking for some collaboration, some sort of support from important people, or let's say for example being in those fields where being discovered, being in the right place at the right time, coming in contact with right set of opportunities and all. So overall planetary presence right now is proving to be very supportive for you, specifically the 4th aspect of the planet Mars. And definitely guys, from over here Mars is going to be giving its aspect to the 4th house as well. So that is also very good indication. If in any capacity you're working in the domain of construction, real estate, any of the political aspiration, being in the public service, time period seems to be favorable for you. And also guys, with the 8th aspect, planet Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your 5th house, which has got everything to do with the artistic creative endeavors. Jupiter is already giving its aspect to the 5th house, so your ascendant lord, and the planet of good fortune, progeny, family life is also giving its aspect. Both the planets are giving their aspect to your 5th house. So even for the progeny related concerns as well, any of the competitive situation, academic related concerns, artistic creative aspiration related concerns, time period seems to be very favorable for the Aries Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Taurus Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case Mars has got a rulership over your 12th house and the 7th house, and in the transit it is going to get exalted in your 9th house. So guys, Mars being in such a dignified state in the 9th house and giving its aspect to Jupiter, which is right now in your 12th house. So with this much of the accentuated state of the two houses, which represents foreign land, travel, overseas connections and exposure and experiences and all, so I would say this thing that the entry of Mars in your 9th house will prove to be very fortune awakening. Second thing is that because guys, 7th house lord is going in the 9th house and getting exalted, so your any of the commercial partnership related concerns, or even in the matrimonial life as well, your partner, your spouse is definitely going to be proving a very important key role in your life during this time. Any of the concerns of immigration, any of the concerns of writing any higher studies connected exams, or if you are in the fields of like law, judiciary, banking, finance, teaching, training, motivation, writing, publishing. So overall guys, the transit of the Mars over here seems to be very profitable for you, and definitely your partners and all those people who are in any of the partnership related or partnership related business model or business setup, in their case as well, this is going to be very fortunate time. Any of the travels undertaken by you during this time with this much dignified state of planet Mars and Jupiter, specifically the overseas travel, will definitely prove out to be in your favor. Now guys, from over here Mars is giving its like 4th aspect to your like 12th house. Any of the concerns of foreign land, overseas settlement, like spiritual experiences and all, time period seems to be very favorable for that. Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 3rd house. Mars is also the Karaka significator of the 3rd house as well. So it's a very good time, specifically like if you have to get any of the work done. This could be through the use of muscle, this could be through the use of diplomacy, this could be through the use of demonstrating your connections, your contacts. So overall, friends, colleagues, siblings will prove to be very supportive, or like they will be completely in your control or in your influence. And definitely guys, with the 8th aspect, Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your like 4th house. So the 8th aspect of the planet Mars is going to the 4th house. So in the matters of the domestic life, too much of the heated energy or your high aspiration or like high level of expectations might not get along well with the family members. But when we talk about any of the tangible related concerns, concerning around housing, concerning around like if your field is of or like you are an architect, buying and selling of vehicles and all, so overall time period and this transit of Mars seems to be very favorable for you. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case Mars is not a very favorable planet for you, and now it is going to get exalted in your 8th house. So guys, to begin with, if in your line of work any of your aspirations are right now aligned with the attributes of the 8th house like research, exploration, banking, finance, research, revenue, occult subjects and all, the time period will prove to be very favorable. The good thing over here is that guys, because obviously Mars is not a very favorable planet for you, so irrespective of the fact that it is well placed, it is dignified, it has this potential to give you good results, but from the 8th house things always come with some do's and don'ts, ifs and buts, and with some initial first layer of struggle or controversy or some disturbing situation and all. So I would say this thing that if there is going to be some churning up which is gonna happen in a very sudden, unpredictable way. Although guys, it is kind of a Vipreet Raj Yoga, like in a way that like 6th house Lord is getting exalted in the 8th house. So that is the only reason I'm saying this thing, that during this time, if any sudden sequence of events gonna make you witness any sudden unpredictable outcome in the matters of your, like you are a part of the group and suddenly you are being nominated as the head, or you have been suddenly asked to leave the group, or this could happen in your line of work as well. But eventually, if your running dashas are favorable, this will only prove to be later on eventually in your favor. And also guys, because whenever Mars is transiting from the 8th house, it hardly matters whether Mars is debilitated, enemy sign, exalted. Whenever it is transiting from the 8th house, we generally recommend that if in your line of work dealing with the weapons, sharp edged tools is involved, so be careful around them. Along with that, while driving you have to be careful and all. So that is all what I can say. But overall guys, for any of the competitive situation and all, so your energy levels, your kind of competitive spirit is going to be highly contagious, and people will be able to perceive that sort of raging fire inside of you. Now guys, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 4th aspect to your 11th house, where Jupiter is transiting. So this can definitely churn out some sudden opportunity which could work out in your favor. And from over here, Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 2nd house. So definitely, if in your line of work, your income is, your finances are connected with the research, oil, minerals, occult, astrology, adult industry, this could be a favorable time for you. And from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 8th aspect to your 3rd house. Definitely guys, strong determination, willpower, never say die attitude, heightened sense of confidence in your own skill, and being able to materialize or amass any of the support which you will be eyeing for. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer Lagna natives, so definitely guys, from over here, Mars is going to be getting exalted in your 7th house. So definitely guys, this is going to be a very strengthened state of the planet Mars. Now guys, if you will look at both the houses which represents our outdoor activities, so somehow 7th house and 10th house represent that. Now planets are not only in a dignified state over there, but they are also establishing a connection with each other as well. So definitely, if Mars is filled with power, where you are just kind of like a raging bull, and you have so much things to achieve and accomplish, you want to prove it to the world, and with this 4th aspect, definitely Jupiter will also support you to turn the wheel in your favor. So regarding that front, it is a good indication. Like definitely guys, if you are in that business setting, you are in a partnership nature of work, or any of those fields where you have to make use of, like you have to be perceived, you want to be seen as someone who is very strong, someone who's very competitive, someone who's not easy to be mess up with. So I would say this thing, that in this regard, Mars's entry and its dignified state in your 7th house will definitely prove to be very supportive for you. And definitely guys, these are among those kind of alignments where you will run into very like very gracefully dignified people, very gracefully people who are in the top of the chosen field, top of the game. So like if you are in a line of work where public meetings, going on sales meetings, meeting new people, coming in contact with, like you're working as a journalist, you keep on meeting new people for your stories, for your work. So this is kind of a planetary alignment where you will run into someone who is like, or those kind of people, those kind of energies, who is very settled, who is very established, who is very like potent. So that kind of yoga is getting formed for you. And also guys, because Mars in your case becomes a very important Yoga Karaka planet. So this is a typical combination of the Uchpad Raj Yoga. 10th house Lord, from the Bhavad Bhavam concept, 10th house Lord has gone 10 places ahead of it, and now it is exalted in the 7th house. So that in itself means all those people who are a strong contender of any promotion, new role, new position, being out of the job, able to get a job, or like if you are awaiting for any big tender, you are in a like awaiting to sign any big important deal with your partners and all, with the vendors, with the clients and all. So regarding all of that, the transit and the dignified state of Mars seems to be working out a lot in your favor. This is a typical yoga where your public image is going to get enhanced, and you will be perceived as someone who's very kind of fearless, confident, and who know how to get things done. And guys, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 4th aspect to the transiting Jupiter in the 10th house. Again, I would say this thing that during this time, some sort of the wheel turning in your favor and some auspicious beginnings happening in your professional sphere, and that is only going to happen because of the kind of confidence and conviction which you will demonstrate in your line of work. So overall guys, it's a supportive time, no matter in which field you are operating, whether you are working in the fields of construction, real estate, or teaching, training, finance, law, in whichever field you are in, planets are actually supporting you. So both the houses of your public dealings, I would say, are in a very potent state, which will help you. From guys over here, Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 1st house. So yes guys, we say this thing that if Mars is transiting from the 1st house, giving its aspect to the 1st house, so the head related area, so like if you bike a lot and you do not wear helmet and all, so just be careful around it. But yes, determination, confidence, conviction is something which will be very contagiously visible from your personality. And from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 8th aspect to your 2nd house. So 8th aspect is very transformative. So definitely if you have been very perturbed, very kind of very worried regarding some changes you want to put in your financial portfolio, new income or new channels you want to develop or open up, or you're negotiating, you're going on meetings, considering those changes. So the 8th aspect of planet Mars coming in from the 7th house will support you, and you will be able to come in contact with those people. This could be your existing partners, or like those kind of people and references who will come in your life, who will guide you in the right direction. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case, Mars is your Yoga Karaka planet, and now it is going to be getting exalted in your 6th house. So guys, definitely Mars is in a way is also considered as the significator or Karaka of the 6th house as well. And 4th house Lord has gone to the 6th house. So I would say that in your line of work, like buying and selling of, like you deal with in the industry of the house loans, fitness industry, or health, nutrition industry and all, FMCG, fast moving consumer goods industry and all. So I would say that the dignified state of the planet Mars will definitely support you in lot many ways. Guys, the good part over here is that two planets are in such a good yoga in combination, like Mars being exalted in the 6th house, Saturn being in a Mool Trikona sign in the 7th house, and Jupiter, the significator of fortune, good luck, and the significator of the 9th house being very well placed over there. And the 6th house and the 9th house Lord is making a combination. So definitely, if in any capacity you have to give any competitive exam, you have to face any strong fierce competition in next couple of weeks in any capacity, so planets are gonna favor you. And those who are already struck deep down in court cases, in any of the lawsuit related problem as well, so their stars will also shine and support them, So regarding all of that, the time period seems to be a lot in your favor. The only thing is that guys, Mars getting so much strengthened in your 6th house, and with like your ascendant lord, sun being over here briefly, then Venus, then Mercury and all. So and the thing with the Leo Lagna is that leadership qualities comes naturally to them. They know how to lead. The concern is that during this time you will border around being perceived as someone who's very dictator style, like who has got a very autocratic leadership style and all. So do not let that being reflected from your persona, from your behavior, because otherwise planets are very supportive to you. Saturn being strengthened in the 7th house, you do not want to offend or mistreat the subordinates or your juniors and offend the planet Saturn. So that's all what I can say. But overall, a very powerful and supportive transit of Mars for you guys. And guys, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 4th aspect to your 9th house, which is again a very good indication. Like the way I mentioned this thing, any of the prospects of the 9th house as well are also getting supported with this aspect of the planet Mars. Like you have been working hard for higher studies, immigration related concerns, frequent work related, business related travels and trips and all. So the aspect of the planet Mars will prove out to be in your favor. Now guys, from over here, Mars is going to give its straight aspect to your 12th house. That again guys is a very fortunate aspect, I would say this thing in this regard, because whenever Mars from the 6th house, it is giving its aspect to your 12th house. So it will definitely burn down any of those unwanted expenses, or you will be in a capacity to pay back all of your existing loans as well. So circumstances will definitely get aligned in this direction. And yes guys, Mars with its 8th aspect is going to be giving its aspect to your like 1st house. Your ascendant lord is also going to be briefly transiting over here. So definitely that adds more strength, value and strong belief in your conviction, in your skills, in your leadership style. So overall it's a supportive transit. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case Mars is not a favorable planet for you guys, but in the transit it is gonna get exalted in a very auspicious fortunate house for you. So guys, Mars being your 8th house and the 3rd house lord getting exalted in the 5th house, first of all it is a very good news for all those people like who have to write any competitive exam, like you have to write competitive exam, or you are in athletics or any of the sporting event participation is getting applicable in your case. Any of the performing arts is getting applicable in your case. And along with that guys, even from the stock market point of view as well, wheel will turn in your favor, or I would say that in some sudden unpredictable or circumstances might look not in your favor initially or on the surface, but deep down or in times to come there will be a lot of positive favorable churning out for you. So even from the stock market point of view, I'm not seeing you guys much vulnerable. Like Rahu is already there in your 7th house, it is not influencing your 5th house. So overall I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. Like you will be very much willing to take risk, and chances are very strong that those risks taken by you will also prove out to be lot favorable for you, because your 2nd house lord Venus is also going to be from February 12th. It is also going to get conjunct with this Mars in the 5th house as well. So overall, pertaining to the matters of your finances, it is a very good transit. Second thing is that guys, because 5th house also tells about our magnetism as well. So during this time you will not attract people only because of your look, because of your wealth, but because of that sort of that protective spirit around you, that sort of youthfulness around you, around your persona, because Mars is a very adventure loving, very youthful kind of planet, that kind of vibe which will definitely attract lot many people towards you. So yes guys, for the matters of love, romance, it is again lot of heated energy, love, romance, passion. Venus will also enter over here. So either the existing romance will get very deep, very intimate, very emotional, sensual, or those who have been single for long, strong chance of running into or meeting someone and all, love, romance affair. So it's a favorable time. The only way it is making vulnerable is those who are like pregnant, and so they have to, those females have to be careful, because Mars being in such a strengthened state in the 5th house, and the significator of progeny and the childbirth and all, Jupiter being in the 8th house, so only those females have to be a little bit extra cautious and careful. Apart from that, guys, definitely Mars with its 4th aspect to your 8th house will definitely drive you towards, your if you're already invested in any capacity. Jupiter is about wisdom, about knowledge. 8th house is about the knowledge of secrets, life and death, occult, esoteric, mystery, research. So if you are like, you are an academic and scholarly kind of person who has devoted his or her life in the pursuit of discovering the hidden esoteric secrets and all, so definitely Mars's 4th aspect to your 8th house will give more determination, enthusiasm, because like the way, guys, there have been like recently I also joined Bharati Vidya Bhavan for certain courses. A lot of them I could have done from books and other way as well, but when you go to a institute where the faculties are excellent, where the batchmates are equally driven, and then you are in that vibe of like-minded people all around you, that motivates you more. So I would say regarding that front, it's a good transit and good aspect of the planet Mars supporting your endeavors if they are connected with the 8th house related matters. Now this could equally be applicable for royalties, insurance, revenue, paternal properties and all, so over there as well it will also help you. Along with that, guys, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 11th house. Again, guys, it's a favorable aspect. 11th house has got everything to do with our wish fulfillment. It has to do with our elder brothers, our friends, the groups and associations we are a part of. So Mars's straight aspect will definitely make you very accountable, and let's say, for example, given a chance, you will be able to perform well as well, because any of those opportunity, launch pad, platform, generally we get when planets are being in a supportive state in our 11th house. So if given a chance during this time, you will not disappoint. And guys, with its 8th aspect, Mars is going to be giving its 8th aspect to your 12th house. So again, guys, 8th aspect is very transformative, and I would say this thing that you'll be, I'm not seeing you guys going haywire with your expenses, with your spendings and all. So a lot will be in control, and those who are very much devoted towards the spiritual yogic practices and all, asanas and all, spiritual retreats and all, so they will also get benefited. Now guys, when we talk about my favorite rising sign, which is the Libra Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Mars has got a rulership over your 2nd house and the 7th house, and now in the transit it is going to get exalted in your 4th house. So definitely, guys, it is going to be very good news in this regard if your commercial interest, your financial interest are somehow connected with the 4th house, like working as an architect, working as you are a designer, you have a interior decor firm or business, or construction, real estate, designing, decorating something, high-end luxury, gift items, aviation. If all those industries are getting applicable in your case, like you have your resorts, you have your spa businesses, you have restaurants and all, so the planets will definitely support you. Second thing is that definitely, guys, your partner will definitely give you the kind of like a security, stability, to feel that to be taken care of. Like, see guys, the good part about the Libra native is that definitely they are very intelligent, they are commercially very adept, but somehow the Venus element comes which wants them to be nurtured and loved as well. Like there could be those, like when we talk about Capricorn, in extreme cases, Capricorn, if it is successful and if love part is missing, that chemistry with the partner is missing, Capricorn, they're like certain rising signs, they can still survive, they can still flourish and thrive in the life. But with the Venus touch, when it comes, so that aspect of your life has to be equally supportive to you. So that's what I'm saying, that during this time, if you have been lacking that you know that your partner is not supporting you, or you do not get that much support, encouragement, motivation for your partner within the marriage, this could be. So I would say that this exalted and dignified state of the planet Mars in your 4th house will definitely support you. And also guys, I would say this thing that because Mars is Mars is a killer planet for you, but only in the pertaining to the matters of the health. But apart from that, for the commercial or the financial concerns, Mars is a very, very important favorable planet for you. So during this time, like a lot many times people, when they ask me in the consultation, okay, I've been operating from this renting business, I can afford to buy a new property, I've just been lazy, shall I take a step now? So this is a transit when you can take the step. So this is getting applicable in every aspect of the business. This could be adding more machinery, manpower, or vehicles, any of the property which needs to be used for any commercial reasons and all. So investing in all these areas will prove to be very favorable during this time for you. The only concern is that guys, because Mars is going to get exalted in your 4th house. So Mars, no matter how good it could be in other avenues of the life, but whenever Mars gets so strong in the water houses, somehow our emotions get little bit triggered up, flared up. So in the domestic life, over there, there has to be, you have to maintain a cordial relationship with everyone. People will be very easy to get provoked within the family life, easily getting agitated. That is the only one aspect where I'm seeing you vulnerable. But in majority of the avenues, family, friends, relationship will prove to be a source of strength for the Libra Lagna native. So Mars's transit and its dignified state is definitely gonna support you. And guys, in your case, even from the point of view of the marriage, like you are single on a lookout for a prospective match or partner for you. So this kind of alignment where 7th house lord is exalted, giving its aspect, and the planet of marriage, relationship is there in your 7th house. So even regarding that front as well, like getting into matrimonial bond or some good matrimonial proposal coming to you, because guys, you have to hurry up. If you have been single, actively seeking, so once Jupiter after 1st May, it will enter your 8th house, then things are gonna slow down. But right now planets are very strongly supporting you. So put your best efforts, and there's a strong chance of running into someone, a new relationship, or this could be in the business, getting into new partnership, like-minded people, signing some new contract, agreement. So overall, it's a favorable transit for the Libra Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpio Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, definitely Mars is your ascendant lord, so that means its transit will become very important for you. In transit, it is going to get exalted in your 3rd house. Now many planets are gonna be crossing your 3rd house, so that in itself puts you in a position of power. So again guys, if in any capacity you are in those fields where the usage of the muscle or exertion of your authority, strong leadership skills, strong conviction, that heightened sense of confidence and motivation is required to get the job done. So planets are definitely gonna support you. And definitely guys, if you're working in the fields of sales, media, marketing, or in all those kind of fields where you have to, amass people, gather people, or get things done because of the support of the people and all. So I would say in all those capacity as well, sales, media, marketing, travel and tour business, you're a graphic designer, you're a freelance person, you are a performing artist. So overall planet seems to be supporting and favoring the Scorpio Lagna natives in many ways. And guys, from over here, as you can see, that Mars is going to be giving its 4th aspect to the transiting Jupiter in the 6th house. So again, if you have to write any competitive exam, or you are heading any of the important projects and all, so you'll be able to exert your authority well, able to get the work done. Or I would say this thing that for writing any competitive exam, performing well in a high pressure job as well. So planet seems to be favorable for you. Now guys, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 9th house, which is a very good news that not only you will get the right set of guidance, but you will also inspire and motivate many people around you as well. Any of the travels, this could be short nature or long travels, will prove to be a lot in your favor if you have to undertake any work related travel or trip during this time. And guys, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 8th aspect to your 10th house as well. So definitely being very goal driven is something which I am seeing for the Scorpio Lagna natives. Overall guys, planets are actually supporting you, and let's say for example in any capacity, you being a student you have to write exam, you being a political aspirant you have to go through the elections and all. In any capacity, planets are supporting you. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, Mars has got a rulership over your 5th house and the 12th house, and in the transit Mars is going to get exalted in your 2nd house. So guys, Mars is a very favorable planet for you, and the good news over here is that because the 5th house lord is getting exalted in the 2nd house, so that in itself means that if your income is connected with the attributes of the Mars, construction, real estate, engineering goods, weapons, manpower, security, in any businesses if you're operating, Mars, its entry in the house of finances will definitely support you, strengthen your financial prospects. If your income or finances is also connected with the attributes of the 5th house or the 12th house, like you have a export import business, immigration business, you run a yoga school, or like anything to do with the you have a studio for designing, for where you teach or train children. So in any capacity, if teaching, training, art, creativity, yoga, spirituality, if all these are your line of work, area of interest, and the lord of that is entering in the 2nd house, getting strengthened, getting so powerful, it will definitely support you, add more value to your life, add more money to your bank balance. Now guys, from over here, Mars will definitely be giving its 4th aspect to the Jupiter. So again guys, for the love, romance, and here I'm also talking about, because it's not only that Mars is giving its aspect to the 5th house, it is also the 5th house lord as well. So let's say for example you're already dating someone and now you want to introduce that person to your family and all. So taking those next steps in your love, romance and all, this is going to be a favorable time for that as well. So the 4th aspect of the planet Mars seems to be supporting you a lot, because 5th house also tells about the way our mind function. Mars's aspect, 4th aspect, will definitely make you very strong-willed regarding the goals and duties and responsibilities which you have to perform. Now guys, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 8th house and the 9th house. So again guys, definitely if any of the concerns of yours are connected with the attributes of the 8th house, occult, insurance, revenue, research, exploration, psychology, this is going to be beneficial time for you. The only concern is that guys, because you have to understand that Mars is getting strengthened in your 2nd house, which tells about your speech. So just be polite with the usage of the words, because you can easily instigate or provoke any fight because of the very heated use of the words. Over there you have to be careful. And yes guys, Mars's 8th aspect to your 9th house will also support you, like any of the concerns of higher wisdom, PhDs, or I would say any of the business related, connected travel or trip will also prove to be very favorable. And I would say guys that because the kind of houses which Mars rules during this time, even taking any religious pilgrimage will also prove to be very therapeutic, and specifically if you will take your family along, so it is going to be a very wise decision. Now guys, when we talk about the Capricorn Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case, Mars is your 4th house and the 11th house lord, and in the transit it is going to get exalted in your 1st house. So again guys, with your ascendant being in such a strengthened state, your ascendant lord being in the Mool Trikona sign, I would say that you guys are actually going through some very supportive time. Nothing could be better than that. If your natal planets are supporting some big accomplishment and the dasha is triggering it, then the transit is confirming it. So I would say this thing, that if you are in the top of the game, like you are a CEO, a continent head, Asia Pacific head, something like that, or top politician and all, so definitely your command and your control on the public will be very fairly be seen in your conduct, in your behavior. And definitely guys, whatsoever planet is transiting from the 1st house, that gets reflected, qualities of that planet get reflected in our persona, in our body language. So definitely people will find you very relatable, very youthful, very confident, someone who has got very strong conviction, someone who is very goal oriented. very active. So overall guys, it's a very good time for you guys. And because Mars is your 4th house and the 11th house lord, so again 4th house has to deal with the public. 11th house also tells about the large group, friends, connections, references. So the chances are very strong that your family, people who are close to you, people whom you see or call as your friends, as your well-wisher, or like I would say that in the past as well, you have given favors to people and all, so all of them will come to your aid, come to your rescue. So they will definitely add more strength and support to you. So you will feel that this is that sort of time when the power and the so much of the attention goes to the head of the person. But just because you are being ruled by the planet Saturn, that is where you have to remain cautious and careful. Life will definitely try to kind of give you this candy of temptation, of power going to your head, but you have to resist that, because Saturn is not gonna allow that to happen. And you don't want to be punished from the Saturn, who is right now transiting in your 2nd house of finances, wealth, family and all. So in short, a lot of the power is concentrated to you, all the eyes are in you, and with the family, friends, public support coming in, pouring in from everywhere. I would say that if you are in that crossroad in your life where trying to get some big tenders or start your own business, or you are in pursuit of acquiring some big high paying client or vendor or account and all, so in all the front guys, it is actually supporting you. So I'm not saying you vulnerable. The only thing is that whenever Mars is transiting from the 1st house, the general thumb rule we say this thing, that just be very protective of your head injury and all. So any of the concerns of the any injury to the head and all, so like if you bike a lot, so wear a helmet, so follow these basic precautions. But overall guys, time period, specifically the support which I am seeing from the public, from the friends, from the family and all, seems to be very exemplary. And if any of the tasks initiated during this time, chances are very strong that they will stick, they will stay for a long time and keep on giving you good returns in times to come. Now guys, from over here, Mars gives its 4th aspect to your 4th house only, where Jupiter is strengthened. It's a very good combination, because even in the Kalpurush Kundli, Jupiter attains exaltation in the 4th house. So again guys, like if you are thinking about laying foundation, like in your house only, you are thinking about doing some some more construction within the house, or buying a new vehicle, or I would say this thing that you are a first time house buyer and for long you have been postponing it. So this is the time for you to invest in your assets. This is the time for you to invest in making your life very secure and stable. So any of the concerns of the 4th house seems to be very supportive for you. Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 7th house. So the only concern is that in all those cases where the balance of the power is very lopsided, like either you are the one who is dominating your partner a lot, or you are the one who's the suppressor and being suppressed by a dominating partner. So that is going to be the case right now, that one person in the relationship will kind of feel very overwhelmed because of the dominating nature of the other. So that is what you can experience in the matters of the 7th house. And definitely guys, Mars giving its 8th aspect to your 8th house. So any of the concerns of I would say that any of the adventurous things, if you are hard bent on doing them, that is what your taste and interest are. So some recognition, that accolades from the people for some daring adventures or feats attained by you, so that can be foreseen. And definitely guys, any of the concerns of research, exploration and all, because your 11th house of recognition, the lord of that becomes planet Mars. So if you are heavily invested in research, exploration, and good discoveries done by you in the past might get acknowledged during this time. So overall guys, it's a favorable transit. Now guys, when we talk about the Aquarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Mars becomes your 3rd house and the 10th house lord, and now it is going to get exalted in your 12th house. So definitely guys, any of your skill, your professional endeavors, aspiration, if it is connected with the attributes of the 12th house, foreign land, spirituality, isolation, self-introspection, I would say that it is going to be a very good time for all those people. And specifically if you are planning to settle down in a foreign land, you have just started your life in a new country, so in all those cases planets are definitely supporting you. And again guys, in all those cases where you have been deeply invested in research, in some sort of innovative measures and practices, those people will also be rewarded with this strengthened state of Mars in your 12th house. The only thing, guys, which I want to say over here is that because whenever 12th house gets so accentuated, the general precautionary thing which any astrologer is going to say that the hidden enemies are going to be powerful. So do not do anything which is going to instigate or turn people against you, like which is gonna make you a scapegoat, or which is gonna make you an epicenter of all the gossips, all the discussion. So just kind of refrain from those kind of things. And yes, guys, a lot is dependent on your natal chart alignment as well. Like let's say, for example, if your Venus is already placed in the 12th house, and your moon is placed in the 12th house, and now very soon Mars and then Venus transiting from the 12th house, so the sensual side of the personality get very flared up. So over there, like, balance has to be there for everything. This could be alcohol, this could be smoking, this could be partying, this could be sex. So a balance and moderation has to be there. That is the one thing, guys, which I want to say. And definitely, because guys, in your case, Saturn is your ascendant lord, strengthened in the first house, and the 12th house, Mars is exalted over there. So if your whole life is devoted to a cause, your whole life is devoted to the research or search of something which is very unknown, which is very scary, which is of other dimension, you're deeply invested in tantra, all these kind of practices, so definitely planets will support you. And guys, because Mars is your third house lord as well, so if you're dealing with the international clients and all, you do freelance work, but majority of your clients are from foreign land, the transit of the Mars will support you. So overall, the only thing is that, guys, if in your natal chart your moon is under the influence of Rahu, so then in those kind of cases, when 12th house gets so accentuated, people just get into their head. People are plotting behind me, my friends are plotting behind me, something is happening. So that generally happens when your moon is afflicted because of the influence of Rahu. But otherwise, friends, family will prove to be very supportive, like rather colleagues and all will prove to be supportive, and very strong chances if you're already operating in foreign land or undertake any foreign project or travel to overseas, time period will definitely support you or add more value to your career. Now, guys, from over here, Mars is going to give its fourth aspect to your third house, which is a very good news for networking, collaborating with people, demonstrating the best of your work, best of your skills, getting the right sort of relevant support from people. Like this could be the case that people are not coming in the front but supporting you from behind the scenes. It is a favorable time. And guys, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 6th house and 8th aspect to your 7th house. So again, guys, for all those people in whose case any of the competitive situation is getting applicable, any of the important commercial decisions are getting applicable, so the aspect of the planet Mars to your 6th house and 7th house will definitely support you. This could be even the concerns of lawsuit related concerns and all, time period, and the aspect of the planet Mars will definitely support you. Or I would say this thing that if you have to initiate, like applying for any loan and something, or you are in that dire need of some big sum of money which you have to arrange from the market, so planets are actually supporting you. Now, guys, and lastly, guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Mars has got a rulership over your 2nd house and the 9th house, and now it is going to get exalted in your 11th house. So definitely, guys, Mars in a way represents brotherhood, our friends. 11th house also represents our friends. So definitely, if any of your concerns are connected with the higher studies, with the visa, immigration, travel, or family business, or you are in a business of like public speaking and all, so definitely Mars's entry in the 11th house and its accentuated state will support you. Second thing is that, guys, because Mars is a planet of the daring and fearlessness, so I would say this thing that definitely if you are heading any important project where you have to deal with multiple agencies, multiple players, multiple vendors and all, so how to get the work done, so you'll be able to do that. And lastly, because 11th house actually acts as a kind of a platform for us where we can perform, where we can showcase or demonstrate our talent. So I would say this thing that this dignified state of the planet Mars in the 11th house will definitely make you stand apart. And if you have to network with someone important to get any of your financial planning get executed, so this entry of Mars in your 11th house will definitely support that, will definitely turn the wheel in your favor. So yes guys, overall I'm not seeing you vulnerable in any front. This is so called very important wealth giving combination. Whenever the second house and the 11th house are forming any connection, so that in itself tells about that second house lord is getting exalted in the 11th house. That in itself means that during this time, pertaining to the matters of your financial goals and plans, you're thinking about scaling up, acquiring some more businesses, or in order for your financial dreams and goals, you have to collaborate and come in contact with the like-minded and relevant people who are going to add some value. So during this time, destiny or the force of planets will definitely take you to the right places at the right time, because Mars is not only the second house lord but also the 9th house lord as well. So overall guys, it's a very kind of favorable and supportive transit of planet Mars for you guys. And now guys, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its fourth aspect to your second house. So again, any of your duties and responsibilities which are connected with the family, you'll be able to execute that with complete perfection. Second thing is that the way I mentioned, second house also tells about your virtues, about your family, about your finances. So any of your financial goals, like specifically connected with land, connected with properties, or manpower management and all, or engineering goods and all, so definitely some financial gains can be foreseen with this fourth aspect of the planet Mars. Guys, the good part is that fourth aspect of the Mars tend to remain very protection giving, like working as a shield, like giving us comfort and security in the life. So I would say this thing that you will do whatever best you can do in order to protect and be there with your family. Now guys, from over here, Mars is going to give its straight aspect to your fifth house, which tells about the way our mind function. So being completely in control and command over your instincts, over your impulses and all. And with its 8th aspect to your 6th house, it will definitely make you a strong contender in any of the competitive situation. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For furthermore updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.